Hello and welcome. I'm your host, elizibar, and that is a pile of comic books that came from today, New Comic Book Day. I didn't think I was going to get... thanks for squeaking chair. I didn't think I was going to get that much stuff, but I did. I kind of just wanted to talk about this a little bit. This stuff itself doesn't really matter that much. It's the principle of this stuff. There's... well, I forgot to take a picture in front of a comic book store, but if I'd remembered, I could have went for that contest. But stores, Graham Cracker, both Westfield locations, Capital Comics, and then these two that were in other towns near here, Cardinal Comics and Planet Chaos. So we'll just kind of talk about this stuff a little bit. So Free Comic Book Day is the day when comic book stores give away free stuff. I got this button at Planet Chaos. That was pretty cool. It's definitely like a promo item for Doomsday Clock, but I saw it and I was like, yeah, cool. I got these little card sleeves at Graham Crackers. That doesn't matter. And it was an opportunity to pick up some stuff. Like, Marvel gets me with all these freaking reprints. I can't resist them. I've been looking for this free book for a while so I could read it because I saw the art and I kind of liked the way the art looked. Free Comic Book Day comic. This stuff's not just mine. I had a partner in crime, and so we went to pick up some stuff for my nephew, like this Pokemon stuff here. Probably this Transformers book, which I think was a Transformers book from last year. This is a Transformers book from this year. Power Rangers for him. There's some stuff in here for my niece, too. Oh, this must have been for a book from last year. Oh yeah, this one's definitely, like, that's totally aimed at my niece. Like, she's in just the right age group for that. Ooh, hey. Anyway, there's a bunch of stuff here. Different stores have different rules. Like when I was at Graham Cracker Comics. Let me put the camera up here. Try to hold it a little bit. Like, there we go. So you got something to look at. I guess you could look at me, but the comic books are the point. At Graham Cracker Comics, it was you come in, you get 3 comics if you're in character. Like you're wearing a costume. You get more than that. I bought these Bonehead issues. It's 2 and 3. Somewhere is the other one. I bought this other cover for verse number 3. I thought it looked cool. Lady Mechanica is pretty cool. I had a point and I lost it already. There's something for everybody in Free Comic Book Day. Different stores have different rules. Graham Cracker Comics is 3 books. When I was at the Westfield Comics locations, it was 5 per person. Planet Chaos, which isn't just a comic store. It's got comics and games and miniatures. Like, it's totally just a hobby store. That's a lot of glare. Can I move up like this so there's less glare? Yeah, that's a little better. I guess my stacks got all mixed up here when I was sorting them out. I thought this would be pretty cool. World's Greatest Cartoonists. Different stores have different rules. Cardinal Comics was like 2 books. Unless you bought something, then it was 8. So I made a day of it. Me and my partner in crime. I think this will be really fun. I got to read this. I got it for my nephew, but I got to read it for myself first. I think it'd be really fun. An all-ages Dread story. Like, I don't even know how that works. It's either going to be terrible or super awesome. I made a day out of it. It started before 10, like at 9:45. Had breakfast. Went to go to Westfield Comics. But there was a line of like 100 people waiting to get in. So I was like, Arr! So I went to Capital City Comics instead. The first time I'd been in Capital City Comics, I was intimidated. They were like reorganizing or something, so it was a mess in there, and I was just kind of scared to be in there. This time, super duper friendly, awesome, would recommend. I think the owner and the guy that works with him there, actually I don't know which one is the owner. I'm just assuming the older guy is the owner, and I'm probably wrong. But they seem to know a lot. They're kind of like the guy at the Graham Cracker location I go to here in Madison, Sean. He knows a lot about comics, and he's a joy to talk to. Very personable, good store. Capital Comics was great. Graham Cracker, went to that. That was great. The other Westfield locations also had a huge line, so we actually did them later. We went to Drove 20 miles out to Columbus, Wisconsin to visit Cardinal Comics, which is a little hole-in-the-wall shop. A little bit disappointing the way it looked, but got in there. He had the usual selection of new stuff. I think that's where I bought my Hardy Loves Joker Virgin variant cover edition. That's where I got that from. And I also picked up this DC Nation Zero there. I also have the Graham Cracker cover, Graham Cracker exclusive cover, which just has like the company logo on it. So I didn't see any of the other variants at any of the stores, which is kind of disappointing because according to my notes, which I've lost somewhere. Oh, hold on, maybe I didn't lose my notes. Yeah, I wrote stuff on note cards. Yeah, according to my notes, there was a Batman, Justice League American, Superman cover. Would have been cool. There was some stuff I wanted to get that I didn't see. Like I want to get Sideways #1 because I started reading Sideways with #2. Then somebody I didn't like was put on #4, so I'm probably not going to continue. But I'd like to pick up #1. I got my Mr. Miracle #8 variant cover that I wanted. Oh, hey, this came out of Cardinal Comics. You can see he slapped that little sticker on there. Totally cool. Some people probably be mad about that, but I don't. That's history. I don't mind things being marked up a little bit for history, you know? That's totally cool. I got this James Bond comic. Apparently it's a reprint. That came from Cardinal Comics too. Wow, I just keep pulling stuff out that's from Cardinal. Oh, this was awesome. I think this was from Free Comic Book Day like last year or something. Got it at Westfield. Come on, Mobius art and Jodorowsky writing. Oh my god. This one here, Silver, sounded cool. Anyway, I'm distracting myself. Free Comic Book Day, first Saturday in May. If you're at all interested in comic books and you have the opportunity to participate in this, you should totally do it. I would recommend, I'm going to lean back a little bit here and kind of up. I'd recommend buying something. The reason I went to so many stores and the reason I got so many things is I'm trying to get, I'm making hand gestures down here and you can't see them. I'm trying to get my nephew into more cerebral hobbies. Like, he's a smart guy. My nephew is a smart cookie. My brother has him in a bunch of sports stuff, and I'm trying to be the counterbalance to that. And my niece, she's young enough that she's just starting to read and stuff, and so having something fun for her, like that Strawberry Shortcake book, and there's a few other things in here that are aimed at her, would be totally awesome. Oh yeah, like here, this not the Bongo comic, that's probably for my nephew, but this Barbie book, which I think was a Free Comic Book last year, because it sure wasn't on the list. I bought Secret Weapons at Planet Chaos, which is I think where I got the DC Superhero Girls comic for her. I got my Mr. Miracle 8 variant, and then more of these freaking True Believer things. I can't resist these dollar reprints. It's a good way to suck me in, to lure me in. So I went to a bunch of cool shops today. Met some cool people. The Westfield Comics locations both had artists in there. Like somebody was hawking a book in one store, and then somebody was doing sketches in one, and there were some people selling prints and stuff in there. Totally cool. That's not really my jam, but for a lot of people it is. And I'm glad that those people have the opportunity. I'm not big into prints. I still haven't bagged up these prints I got the other day from Alterna Comics. I got to do that. I got the print bags around here. So that's Free Comic Book Day. If you have the opportunity to do it, you should. You should go in, get some cool free stuff. Ultimately, the publishers, like if you take that and then you buy something from the store, like I did every store I went in, I made sure I bought at least like $6 worth of stuff to compensate them with a little bit of profit for the books that I bought. So I've spent like $10 in one place. I guess one place I didn't do that was Cardinal Comics, because I just bought one book in there. But I also only took 3 books from them, I think. The James Bond one, and then those 2 we had the stickers on them for. It's just an exchange. You know, they're doing this thing to get people in the door. I want to be in the door, but I want to make sure, like, it's in my interest as a consumer to make sure that there are still stores available that these shops will exist, that they will continue to exist, that the industry will continue to exist. So if I can buy something and put, you know, like this book costs $3.99. I don't know what the profit margins on comics are. Like, I don't know what the store's markup is. But I know when I was working in a bookstore, the markup on trade paperbacks that we sold was 50%. Well, okay, it was 100%, so it was 50% profit is my point. So something that was like $5.99 on the cover, we paid $3 for. So I'm assuming, you know, something similar in the case of comic books. Which means by buying this, if I took 4 comics, the store's still coming out ahead on me having been in the place, because they probably paid about $0.25 to Diamond per book. And then I don't know what Diamond and what Diamond pays the publishers, but I'm pretty sure either Diamond eats the cost, in which case I don't care because I don't like Diamond, or the publisher eats the cost because the publisher's trying to create new readers. It's an advertising thing for them. And the publisher's not really eating the cost because the publisher sold a copy of this book, and so they got their, you know, $1.50 or whatever, you know, the price minus Diamond's shipping cut, and they've made some money off the day too. Like, everybody wins. I get free stuff. My nephew gets free stuff. My niece, well, my nephew's probably not getting Venom Incarnate. Actually, you know, that'd probably be okay for him. My nephew's definitely getting this, I think, because it sounded awesome. He's probably getting that. Let me just move the camera up like this. And I had a great time. Left before 10, got back a little bit after 4, and plenty of time to watch the Kentucky Derby, which was actually kind of a letdown, but that's a conversation to have another time. I'll see you all next time. You have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.